Good evening. Graduates, you may now turn around, please. Otherwise, they can't sit down. Would everyone please rise for the presentation of colors? Will you all please join me as I begin the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge of allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Who we just had give the presentation tonight was the GRPS from Union High School. I would like to thank them for coming tonight and giving up a Friday night to do this for us. Good evening. I would like to welcome you to the Grand Rapids Adult Education graduation. My name is Esther Kuiper, and I am the director of the Adult Education Program. As a courtesy to everyone here in the audience, will you just take a moment to check your electronic devices like your cell phone and make sure they're turned off? I would like to begin this evening by introducing and welcoming some of the people who are joining me on stage. Mrs. Teresa Weatherall-Neal is the superintendent of the Grand Rapids Public Schools. She will be saying a few words of welcome, and she will also be introducing the representatives of the Board of Education who are on stage. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Teresa Weatherall-Neal.
Good evening. I'd like to begin thanking the Grand Rapids Public Schools Board of Education members for their endless support to ensure that Grand Rapids Public School students receive a world-class education. I'd like to introduce Mrs. Maureen Slade, Vice President, Reverend John Matias, Reverend Nathaniel Moody, and Dr. Monica Randalls. I would also like to thank my executive leadership team, administration, teachers, and support staff for their dedication and passion for educating our students. Students, you have definitely been impacted during your educational journey by all of the people in the Grand Rapids Public Schools who care so much about you. I want you to feel a sense of pride when you say that you are a Grand Rapids Public Schools graduate. I salute each and every one of you for your courage to stick with it and make this occasion happen. You have shown all of us what you're capable of doing. Each of you have had challenges that times may have seemed impossible, and yet, look at you now. You are wonderful representatives of the Grand Rapids Public Schools graduating class. As you continue on your journey, I encourage you to seek additional training, education, and employment. You have shown what hard work can accomplish, what you can accomplish if you set your heart to it. Be active learners and take in as much as you possibly can. As you celebrate and reflect on this milestone, I want you to take with you these three things. One, wherever you go, represent yourself as a Grand Rapids Public Schools family member. The second, believe in yourself, your dreams, because you do have what it takes to make things happen. The third is inspire and lead by example. Grand Rapids Public Schools has opened the doors, and your knowledge and experience can reach others and help you get there. Class of 2014, you are a gift to the world, and it is with great pleasure that I congratulate you as your superintendent for all of your accomplishments.
Thank you very much, Teresa. I would also like to personally thank each one of you on the board who have come here tonight for all of the work that you do for the Grand Rapids Public Schools and for your willingness to share in this special event tonight. So thank you very much. As the evening goes on, you will be introduced to others who have joined me here on the stage. There are some cabinet members who have also joined us this evening, and I would just like to personally thank each one of you for also coming here tonight for all the work that you do for our students and for the Grand Rapids Public Schools, so thank you. At this time, I would like to ask all of the adult education staff to rise, please. I would like to personally thank each one of you for the work that you do for our students and for our program. Every day you help to change the lives of these students without giving it a second thought. Each one of you have played a huge part in the role to get them to where they are tonight. It has been so greatly appreciated. I would like to also have give a very special thank you to two people on the staff who are retiring, Donna Cochran and Diana Meekoff. Between the two of them, they have a combined 63 and a half years of service to the Grand Rapids Public Schools. Thank you. I would like to just share a quote that Tim shared with me. It's a quote from Maya Angelou, and the quote is, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Please join me in giving them a round of applause. Thank you so much for everything that you do. At this time, I would like to introduce Tim Fournier. Tim is the Assistant Director for the Adult Education Program. So welcome, Tim, and thank you.
Tonight, we recognize students who have earned their high school diploma, their GE certificate, or their ESL certificate of completion. As the newest member of the Beckwith team, I'm impressed with the efforts of the students. Their participation in the adult education program is a commitment itself, but on top of the many adult responsibilities you have outside of Beckwith, it's quite an admirable feat. If I haven't congratulated in the classrooms or in the hallways of Beckwith yet, I give you my sincere, heartfelt congratulations tonight. In the program we provided, we've listed more names than people that actually are sitting in front of me now, because many of our students graduated early in the year and have other obligations tonight. Before we turn to the voice of Beckwith, our student speakers, I'd like to highlight a few Beckwith facts that really have stood out to me this year, my rookie year with Beckwith. In the Beckwith building, more than 25 different foreign languages are represented, languages and cultures. Quite a few of our students speak more than 3 languages. One of our students actually speaks 9 different languages fluently. Several of our 17 completers, ESL completers, and by the way, our ESL completers are distinguished by, our students that aren't wearing gowns tonight, but they're going to continue, many of them, their journey through Beckwith in our GED program, now that they've completed our ESL program. One of our students is a veteran of the U.S. Army, served in Iraq, and has stood out in our program by being the only perfect GED math score. He scored 800 on the new GED math test. Finally, and I think this student is a good example of the enthusiasm of both the students and the staff, something I've found since day one when I started last summer with Beckwith. The enthusiasm and the commitment of the folks in this program. This student not only had perfect attendance, but she would many days attend both sessions, both morning and evening. So students, I thank you for all your efforts, and I congratulate you, and I hope to see you soon. We now provide you voices of Beckwith, the actual students of Beckwith. Our first speaker is Jessica Van Salicum. Jessica is earning her GED. Jessica?
Friends, families, teachers, administrators, and all others who are here to celebrate a once seemingly impossible achievement for myself and my fellow classmates, I would like to begin by apologizing for the squeaky, high-pitched voice and the blazing red cheeks. Public speaking has never been, and I doubt ever will be, a strong point for me. I would like to thank all of you. Thank you for taking the time to listen, applaud, and support the graduates. Obtaining a GED or high school completion may seem inconsequential, but I can personally attest to the sense of pride and self-respect that I and others, I am sure, felt once we passed that last test. The world seems brighter and full of many more possibilities now that I'm no longer constrained from attending college. In 1991, I was the know-it-all wannabe rebel and troublemaker. Kicked out of Union the second month of my freshman year, then kicked out of West Middle Alternative after about 5 months. I always considered myself too smart for school. When I landed at Pine Alternative, I actually managed to stay there for a year and a half. I had some great teachers at Pine, but my favorite was our own Mr. Branham. As our English teacher, he would consistently encourage us to persevere, to keep reading and keep writing, no matter what level of ability we were at. I remember he and the sociology teacher encouraged me to start up a school newspaper. This was extremely short-lived because no one wanted to talk to the girl running around with a camera and a tape recorder, especially when we all snuck off and smoked cigarettes at lunch. When I dropped out, I was afraid of telling Mr. Branham because I did not want to disappoint him, nor be yelled at. and my love of writing persisted throughout the years because of the praise and compliments he would give me on my short stories and poems written for the class. But I did drop out when I was 16 and immediately began working various jobs, the know-it-all who thought she can get by without a degree. Fast forward 4 years, 4 seemingly endless years of working in various positions, such as third shift cleaning offices and banks. I was a factory rat, a waitress, a cook, a dishwasher, a pizza delivery driver, a parts washer, and a drill bit machinist. In 1996, I began working as a receptionist for a law firm, and in 1997, I had my daughter. Soon after, I realized that I needed to have some kind of education, otherwise I'd never get above $10 an hour. And it may not seem like much now, but that was a lot in the 90s. In 1998, I contacted GRCC and was told that even though I never graduated, I could take an aptitude test and go from there. This was the ability to learn standard that applied back in the golden age of the 90s. I passed and began taking classes that fall. Regretfully, I never finished my schooling, pardon me, because of a difficult second pregnancy, working full-time, and raising a 2-year-old. Throughout the years, I performed very well at every job I obtained: legal secretary, inventory clerk, shipping and receiving clerk, product development coordinator, territory sales coordinator, territory sales rep, and now legal assistant. Some of these were great positions, but I would always be stuck. My non-existent public speaking abilities hindered any advancement to be had in sales, and I was never given a chance to grow or expand within a company, never given management or supervisory positions. My children will say to any who ask that I am controlling and bossy, so of course I would be a great supervisor or manager, right? I'm not saying that I'm greedy or status hungry. I just want to be paid a decent salary for the work I provide. I want to be able to support and provide a better life for my children. Not having a degree affected anyone ever taking me seriously. Even though most times I could have supervised my supervisor, I had already been sized up by my educational resume. Management had made up their mind of what I was good for: paper pusher, typist, file clerk. I dared to dream for more and knew I needed to do something to obtain my goals. In 2010, I contacted some local colleges and universities, but each of them now required a GED or high school diploma. Gone were the days of ability to learn. Having been out of school for so long, I was worried about taking the GED test without any prep classes. I didn't want to fail. But I was also scared to commit to the classes and the schedule. What would I be in for? How would my boss feel about me having to leave 15 minutes early so I could be to work on time or to be at class? How would I have time for my children when I was attending school 3 nights a week and studying for the remainder? When I think back on it now, I'm angry at those fears which kept me from achieving my dreams sooner. Yes, it was a little easier to take the classes last year because my children were older and I was unemployed during the first week of the classes, but the workload and time management was not so difficult after all. It didn't come easy and I had to work for it, but everything was not as bad as I had feared. I would like to thank Mr. Sizek, who was recently awarded the teacher recognition at a state conference, for making the transition from dropout to graduate as seamlessly as possible. The math tricks that you taught were a lifesaver when taking the math test. Now, I am proud to be a 37-year-old who just graduated from high school. I still work in the legal field, but as of the spring, summer 13-14 semester, I am enrolled in and taking classes at Davenport University, working to obtain a Bachelor's of Administration in Forensic Accounting and Fraud Investigation. From there, I will obtain a CPA, and then I hope, no, I don't hope, I will, open an accounting firm of my own. So I will be 42 or 43 when I graduate, and I was scared of that, scared of being old while attending school and being even older when I finally do graduate. But a friend whose father went to nursing school in his late 30s, after working a completely different field for most of his life, she said to me, "You're going to be 43 no matter what. Why not be 43 with a degree?" So A message I would like to convey to you, fellow graduates. You took that giant leap to obtain your high school diploma or GED. You faced your fears of possible failure, and you passed. You graduated. Don't stop there, keep going. Even if you have no real support system, do not let anything or anyone hold you back from achieving your dreams. Whether they are to obtain a certificate in electrical work, an associate's in paralegal studies, a bachelor's in administration, a master's in literature, or even a doctorate in psychology. You leapt and you did not fall. You took a chance and you won. Leap again and see where the jump will take you this time, no matter how old you are. Think to yourself, in 5 years, I can either be 43 without a degree, or I can be 43 with a degree. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica. Our second graduation speaker is Jose Castillo Hernandez. Jose earned his GED certificate as well.
First of all, I want to say congratulations to all of you. We did it. When I came to the United States 13 years ago, it was to help my mother with the expenses of the house back in Mexico. I have 4 brothers. I am the eldest. I was 19 at the time. In my town, it's very hard to make a living when your education ends at 9th grade. One of the reasons I decided to attend ESL classes at Beckwith was to improve my communication with others. I had 3 kids. I needed to be able to help them with their homework. English is not just my kids' language, it's my wife's. It's very important for me to learn and be able to speak and write it. After I finished ESL program, teacher Kelly De Souza pushed me into adult basic education classes. The classes helped me a lot with my grammar. I also want to say thanks to teacher Sue for her reading and writing instructions. Her help practicing writing an essay makes a difference when it came to get my GED. Finally, I want to say thanks to teacher Jeff, sitting right here. He helped me a lot with mathematics. Some things I didn't even know. It was very fun to learn new ways to solve problems. Now, with a big accomplishment, I have more changes to come in my life. For example, I am applying for my citizenship. Soon, I am going to be an American citizen. Thank you.
Thank you, Josue. Our last speaker for tonight was unable to come, but I'd like to take a moment to recognize our English as a second language completers. Would our ESL completers stand up, please? The students in the ESL program have moved to the United States and attend our program to learn English. At Beckwith, we offer 5 levels of ESL, and during this school year, we've had 17 students complete the ESL program. If we could give them one more round of applause, thank you for your hard work. You may be seated. Thank you.
This is the moment you all been waiting for. In a moment, Otto Branham and Jeff Sizek, all the graduates know them well, will be presenting our GED certificates and our high school diplomas. They will be receiving a jacket. They are going to be the high school diploma ones wearing the gold cords will be the first ones across the stage, followed by our GED certificate recipients. We will be announcing the names as they walk across the stage one at a time. Please be considerate of everyone who will be walking across the stage. I know this is a huge moment. I know it's exciting, but if you yell and cheer, it makes it really difficult for those who are right behind for their families to hear their names be read off. So if you would just be courteous and aware of that, and I would like it if you would just hold your applause till the very end, please. So please join me now in the presentation of high school graduates, followed by the GED recipients. Mr. B and Mr. C. Reverend Nathaniel Moody of the Grand Rapids Board of Education will join me for the certification of diplomas, and he is going to be the one who is going to hand you the jacket. And then as we went through, you're going to stop at the top of the steps for your picture, and then we'll just proceed across the stage one at a time.
Justin David Lenz. Jaleesa McDonald. Karen Palmer. Simona Atkins. Nelia Alvarez. Pat Johnson. Good job, come with them shoes up. Daniqua Hamilton. I got the Hamilton. Shoes, girl. Suzette Joseph. Give my hug. Ruby Yvette Lara. Esmeralda Anadia Marie Dunn. Marilyn Villasang. Paisley Martin. Passion, Veronica Smith. Anetta Calloway. Calvin Williams. Stop right there, girl. You gotta run across the street. Angela Woods. Rose Klein. Zachary Mondre. Andrew Hamstra. Tivia Strong. Rachel Schmidt. Javante Faison. Winatea Terco. Michael Jones. Jason Austin.
Jessica Vinsilicum. Josue Castillo Hernandez. Paula Palmer. Shannon Conrad. Ramila Beal. Tovana Martin. Carolyn Luckett. Tasha Visoda. Becky Short. Luana Mansfield. Maria Martinez Lopez. Victoria Darnell. Cassandra Ramos.
Good job, Tara.
Tara Marie Blackport. Leticia Ramos. Sarpa Key. Candace Wilkins. Maria Puente. Carlos Puente. Tracy Prenger. Kirsten Dorr. Janice Cruz. Iris Danger. Kimberly Annabelle. Rebecca Rickert. Sierra Hernandez. Jason Brown. And our first graduate with a 2014 new test, Jose Moran. Emilio Salis. Tyler Reynolds. Dwayne Reynolds. Stephen Lee Pickard. Adam Gross. LaQuisha Jones. Maurice Sims.
Get rid of all of this, all right. All right. Wait till he sits down. Nope, it's coming. Tonight I present to you 129 candidates for graduation. As director of the Adult Education Program, I certify that all candidates who will be receiving diplomas have met or exceeded all of the requirements as set forth by the Grand Rapids Public Schools Board of Education and the state of Michigan.
On behalf of the Board of Education, the faculty, and the staff, and at the Grand Rapids Public Schools, it is my honor to accept the graduating class of 2014 for the Adult Education Program of the Grand Rapids Public Schools, and with the power vested in me and the board by the state of Michigan, we hereby confirm diplomas upon each. Congratulations.
The moment you've been waiting for. Will the members of the class of 2014 please rise? Members of the class of 2014, join me in now moving your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations. Will the audience and graduates please rise for the recessional? The staff on stage will leave first, followed by the graduates, then the cabinet members, and then the staff, and then the rest of you, you may leave. Thank you very much for coming tonight.